Okay, so we are starting off here on the beach with the last thing that we ended with was Yanto going off to the bonfire to try to patch things up with Anna and then see if she is still interested in the whole dating thing. So, Yanto, I'm gonna need you to roll charm, add an extra die because of this location.
Just ambient romanticness.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, add an extra die. Roll charm. I'm gonna treat this as a quality time.
Cool.
That relationship was damaged by one earlier.
Yes, it was. So can I add my relationship to that, or do I roll
Yeah, you
it
can.
without that?
You can.
All right.
I think it would be both. It is somehow simultaneously both appropriate and inappropriate for you to add your relationship with Kirei to this roll.
It's too late. I already rolled a pair of tens.
Okay. All right. So, what is your approach here?
You mean for the man who was born without game?
Yes.
Good lord. I suppose Yanto obviously just begins just trying to kind of get his shit together. Like, there are some fish I'm assuming they caught, so those are being put on a large rock or thing and are now being gradually carved up. And maybe once they've kind of got through the messy part of that, because it's very difficult to go, hey, you want to hook up when you're elbow deep in a fish's chest cavity?
Honestly, you don't have to do that. Like, Excalibur will do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Yanto will
just like he just makes a few quick motions and then just pulls the fish skeleton out.
Oh man, just whoa! And he made one incision.
He's good.
And like, yeah, he makes a few quick cuts and then just pulls the fish skeleton out, and then the fish's organs just kind of slop off to the side.
Man, that is actually genuinely a bit terrifying. Yeah, he'll kind of just check to see how Anna's doing, what she's doing at the moment.
At the moment, she is sitting by MT, admiring Excalibur's handiwork with little more than a hunting knife.
Yeah, Yanto will just sit on the other side. And I don't know, just yeah, we'll probably have a little bit of a difficult time kind of opening up the conversation, but after a while we'll probably just quietly say after. So I want to say sorry about earlier.
Oh, hey, it's okay, man. I probably shouldn't have assumed anything, to be honest.
Oh no, I'm not admonishing you. That's not your fault. I'm the numbnut who can't really do the whole emote thing. I've been thinking about it, and I haven't really, gone out with anyone else either. Not like on a date.
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically we've had a couple in just this.
That's true, I guess. I mean, yeah. We went dancing. That was great.
Yeah, that was cool.
We drank some very suspicious drinks. That was less cool.
Yeah, you passed out.
See, normally when I pass out after drinking, it's normally something way more alcoholic, but yeah, no, it's not fair. But I think about it, and I guess it makes me realize after this, I think I'd like to try it again somewhere a little less high pressure.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Me too. I mean, I feel comfortable around you, and I don't mean that to sound kind of weird, but I like the fact that I don't have to put up a pretense. I'll still talk shit and act like a fool, but that's me. But
I mean, kinda same here. You're definitely the first person that I felt cool around. Well, honestly, you and your whole group of friends, or the people I felt cool around since the, uh, like since the Game Wardens.
Well, I mean, these guys kind of gestures over to MT and Kirei. Like, I mean, obviously these guys, amazing guys.
MT's picking her nose.
Like so sophisticated, so suave, like thorough. She's really getting in there. 3 knuckles in, Jesus. You're mining for former up there? What are you doing?
So that's where it comes from.
Oh, oh God! I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Anyway, but
yeah, yeah, I'm interested. Still interested. Yep.
Yeah. I think what I'm working my way around to saying, I guess I probably should have said this right at the beginning of all of this, but some point after this, do you want to like get a pizza and watch some trashy movies?
Heck yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome.
And yeah, she has kind of a bit of a the sheepish and happy smile though. She's just like as yeah, overall this whole multiple challenge has like ended kind of good for her.
It's like Bridget Jones's Diary, only with far more violence.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yanto will smile as well.
Okay.
And then just kind of turn slightly to one side and let out this kind of big like all the tension, like, oh, okay, I did it. Fuck.
Okay. So, is everyone planning on just sleeping out tonight? Is there anyone? Does anyone have anything they want to do that night? And also, how is the sleep thing happening?
What do you mean? How's it happening? It's usually a natural occurrence.
Yeah. Okay.
Nate, are you asking if perhaps there might be people tonight not sleeping alone?
Contain thyself, sir.
Jeez.
Leave room for Space Jesus.
For real.
I think Space Jesus got kicked well out of this show about two arcs ago.
No. I was asking, are y'all just gonna sleep under the stars?
Oh, that sounds nice.
I don't know how much Kirei sleeps, but yes.
We probably fashioned some kind of lean-to.
which will invariably collapse on us halfway through the night.
No.
What are you fashioning?
Like some sort of tent or lean-to or something like.
Sure, go ahead, roll shop.
Ah, shit. Shop?
Would you
get +1 from Excalibur?
Okay.
if Nate allows and you like indicate what you are doing, you can get another +1 from Kira helping.
NATO.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 10s. We have a fucking paradise mansion.
It is a pretty good temporary shelter. Yeah.
I build the Gilligan's Isle village.
Whoa. In one night.
Yeah.
They say Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were full of shit.
Hey, how long did it take them to build all those like little cottages on Gilligan's Island?
I don't know, man.
I think they had more than 3 people.
It's true.
We also have Excalibur, and maybe if Trinity comes back ever.
No.
Trinity has not yet returned.
Okay.
Trinity's not coming back.
She's surfing somewhere.
No, she's with the Kavats.
She has found her happy place. We have no right to take this from her.
This is how she retires. This is the end of her character. So yeah, you put together a pretty decent shelter from just driftwood and branches, huge leaves, and so on and so forth. Sort of making yourselves a rather large makeshift shelter. So Kirei doesn't sleep that well tonight?
No, she has a lot on her mind and it is affecting her ability to sleep.
Okay. Does MT sack out hard under the stars?
I mean, that does sound very comfortable, but she did take a nap earlier, and I'm debating whether I should see what's up with Kirei or not.
You can if you want.
I mean, she is my friend, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Anna, FYI, is just out, taking up way too much room.
Yanto is equally doing the same.
I picture Anna as somebody who snores very loudly and also drools.
Yes.
Just
sounds like someone's chainsawing a donkey and it's just her.
There was a
between her and Yanto, it sounds like there's a war happening.
There was a very...
I almost wish they were having sex. It would be quieter.
There's a very good story on The Onion. Let me just read you the headline. Snoring may increase risk of having throat slit during night by loved one.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was going to send that to NATO, but I'm like, is this too harsh? Maybe this is too harsh.
That's how I'm going to end, though.
One of these days.
So, yeah, MT, you go to meet with Kirei.
Hey, you up? Can't sleep?
Yes. There is... Yesterday has given me much to think about.
What part?
It's several different things, but I suppose the main part that I keep coming back to is Archimedean Xiphos.
Do you want to talk about it?
I do not mind.
It might make you feel better.
Perhaps you are right. I was certain for a very long time that There was no good to be found in the Orokin. That Margulis was the only exception, and that the rest were selfish, narcissistic, did not care for anything that wasn't them in their pursuit of perfection. I have
Go ahead. Keep going.
I've hated them for a very long time, believing that to be an immutable fact of their existence. And if I am perfectly honest, I have been glad that they were wiped out.
It's convenient. You know, to think of your enemy as a monster. You never get caught up in thoughts like, is what I'm doing right? You never have doubts. But if I learned anything from the moment I've woken up, it's that nothing is black and white like that. Even things that seem the most obvious. It's a harsh system, but I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's such a thing as a monster. Or at least someone who's irredeemable. Of course, I could be wrong. That's just the opinion of an amnesiac. But I don't know. Maybe that's what I've been trying to teach myself. You know, I don't like to think about who I was before. But I do. It's kind of inevitable. And the question I keep coming back to is, why did I do this to myself? Why did I want to become a blank slate? Maybe it's so I could eventually have this conversation with you. Maybe it was so I could learn to trust people, see the good in the system, despite all the bad. Because it seems like everybody else I've met is way too focused on the bad. It just drags you down. Years and years and years of seeing nothing but hate and death and injustice. It can make you feel kind of monstrous. Maybe that's why I wanted to start over. To have faith again.
To convince yourself that no monster is irredeemable.
Yeah.
Kirei looks shaken.
Does that make sense? I'm kind of trying to make you feel better. This got a little philosophical, and
No, you are MT.
mm-hmm.
I have been hiding something from you
What?
for a while now.
From me?
From Everyone, I suppose. But I guess you are the one I truly feared finding out.
What do you have to worry about me for?
That you would hate me. See me as an irredeemable monster.
You and Yanto are the reason I'm still alive right now. No matter what you did, that's not going to change. It's not going to change the fact that I guess I appreciated putting up with me.
It is a two-way street, as they say.
Do you want to talk about it, or is it a little much?
Perhaps... No. Perhaps now is the perfect time, actually.
What is it?
If there needs to be a reckoning, then this game serves as a good stage for that. She sits up straighter. MT,
Yeah.
I have reason to believe that I was the one responsible for what happened to Kaite and Ariane.
What do you mean?
When I still served the Orokin, they had a way of controlling my fluctuations in power. And when they forced void energy into me, well, you have seen the result of what happens when I overdraw on the void. But the cost is that I do not remember. Well, one of the costs is that I also don't remember what I did clearly. I believe the Orokin... No, that's the wrong word. I know the Orokin. They sent me after the rogues. I am the one who captured Kaite and Ariane.
MT.
Oh boy.
You experience like a sort of mental static.
Oh, I'm glad you said static and not stabbing.
No, mental stabbing. Like a mental static, and it's just a few still frames of still images of you and Rowan on that water world, standing there in a hallway as Rowan had with the others come to rescue you. And the world ahead of you crumbling away as something rhythmically shattered everything to pieces. You recall Kaite and Ariane, who were engaged with the Orokin, with the small Orokin fleet that had come here with the express purposes of killing you. You recall seeing them split off to deal with this much greater threat only to be handily shaken, shaken to the core and unable to even close in on Octavia.
I know that name.
You know that name. The Warframe. Capable of immense destruction through nothing but song. You recall Rowan looking back to you and speaking, though he rarely did, is the pain that it caused him. He says something first. He intones something that you don't recognize, or you don't want to accept, or that you don't want to remember. Before following up with, "You need to run." Still have a ship in the docking bay. I might have to. I need to help them. Before getting into his Excalibur Warframe.
MT. You know what? Hang on. Let me roll courage. I feel like MT's eyes glaze over.
Yeah.
As if getting lost in this memory. Yeah, I rolled 2 1s. I don't know what the appropriate reaction would be.
I mean, the reaction of probably flipping your shit. However you would inter a
success, but barely a success, basically.
Yeah. If you were to scale your reaction from 0 to 10, and 0 being absolutely losing your shit, and 10 being cool as a cucumber, you got a 1.
Yeah. She doesn't know how to process this. mt.exe has stopped working.
Okay. Do you want to know who has an idea of how to process this?
Is it Excalibur?
Is it Excalibur?
Let's see. So, when you kind of come out of that blur that you were in, and
having
and
a
start,
panic attack, like
and
for sure.
And start to process the world around you.
Breathing heavily.
You see, Excalibur with blade drawn, having tried to sink the Skana Prime directly into Kirei.
Where is it, if not directly in Kirei?
It is currently embedded into Trinity's arm.
Oh, shit.
I
Okay, hang on.
You know, this normally wouldn't work, but Kirei is surprised, and she mind spikes Excalibur
All right,
with
go
a
ahead.
burst of void energy.
Go ahead and roll it.
Pure reflex.
Yeah.
I think I'll be adding the relationship with Trinity to this.
Oh, fuck.
2 9s.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, Excalibur is
It's
going
useful
to.
confusion. It has area, but the only one she perceives as a threat is Excalibur. So,
Excalibur. Amanda, could you link me your character sheet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Also, Yanto, you're probably going to wake up to this. I'm sure.
I don't know.
Because this is about to get violent.
you know, when I had that conversation, I may have actually forgotten that Excalibur was nearby and might have a reaction to that when it started. Not by the time it ended. I was considering, you know, I realized Excalibur probably still awake.
But
I was like, too late, I'm on a roll, and this scene's perfect. MT got to Kirei with her speech.
Okay, so you're going to mind spike Excalibur.
Yes.
He, he, because I guess he would have essentially declared first.
Oh.
So you may tailor however you are going to do otherwise. Was basically going to attempt to shove Trinity out of the way and run you through.
Okay. No, he's not.
Okay.
If I may.
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah.
I'm taking over.
You may attempt a charm roll to
I got to charm my way into my own Warframe.
I think
this is a matter of controlling your monster. You have to roll charm.
Okay.
I think she means she's just going to transference with him and then just stop.
You will still have to roll charm.
Yeah. I feel like he would put up resistance. 3 8s.
3 8s?
Yeah.
I will note that Kirei would have enough sense to stop if MT very clearly stops him.
Okay.
Her attack will not go off if Excalibur is not continuing to be aggressive.
So are you just engaged in transference, or are you just like getting in front of him?
I'm engaging transference. That's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah. He like you flood him with the sort of feeling of, hey man, cut it out. And with that, he loosens the muscles of his right arm that he had holding the skana that was in Trinity's arm, which in turn causes Trinity to...
Well, here's what I mean by transference. I want to be inside him.
No. Is
there a better way of saying that?
Yeah, you are. Just take 2 shocks to Excalibur's body.
All right.
As Trinity then proceeds to bat the sword away and throws a kick into his side.
He'll take it.
Trinity had also taken... Let me just go ahead and roll.
Oh,
She's going to have taken some damage. Uh,
she took the blow for Kirei.
yeah. Okay. Trinity took. Three shocks to her body, and one shock to the 10.
Okay. Where did the shock to 10 come from?
Scott Prime has area ×1.
Huh. I forgot about that. Okay. The
Excalibur is knocked away from this.
Kirei will transfer with Trinity.
Trinity is pretty much in full defensive right now. And now feels somewhat invigorated because she has void energy again. MT, what's going on with you? Excalibur he's really angry.
I'm probably feeling an immensely overwhelming just rage from being linked up with him like this.
Yeah, it is.
It's overwhelming and definitely not helping the panic attack.
It is a deafening amount of rage.
Yeah. MT is going to use whatever energy she can cobble together in a last-ditch effort to do what she does best: run away from her problems.
Okay.
Excalibur, she's going to push Excalibur forward and into the woods to run as far away from this situation as possible.
Okay. Since you made that charm check and he's under control, yeah, you can do that. Do you try to sort out any of the deafening rage that you feel from him?
Right now,
there's a lot to it. It is hundreds upon hundreds of years of hatred and rage.
Yeah, it's heavy. But right now, it's a fight or flight response.
Yeah,
and she's going full flight. We'll sort it out when we find a place to collapse.
Okay. All right.
In fact, you know what I want to do?
What's that?
If I may?
What's that?
Find that door in the middle of the forest and just go through it.
Okay, the one with the one with the Kavat then?
Yes. Just leave this island behind and just go straight through that door.
Okay. Yeah. Yanto, I'm sure you wake up to this.
If not the, I don't know, the loud chunk or clang of the Skana hitting Trinity's arm, then definitely the crash of a very angry Excalibur going into the undergrowth. Yanto pulls himself out from underneath the lean-to. Goes, okay, what the fuck is going on now? Guy sees what's going on.
Well, you see Trinity at least at that point.
A damaged Trinity, and he just immediately calcifies one hand, looks around, going, "Oh fuck, what's going on?"
It is.
Are we under attack?
No.
But you're hurt. Where's MT?
She has run off.
But I mean, is something wrong or not? Why did she run off?
Because of what I told her.
Yeah, the shakes out his hand. Okay, I think this is a thing we need to get some more context on. What did you tell her?
that I was the one responsible for what happened to Kaite and Ariane.
And I'm assuming you're sure enough to say that.
I do not remember clearly, but enough. Bookkeeper confirmed it back during Rathum.
And so we've got a pissed off MT. Okay, that's not great.
I am not certain how MT feels. She seemed shocked it was Excalibur that attacked.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, God.
So wait, her Excalibur tried to kill you?
Yes.
Okay, dude, you're taking that in way too much stride.
It was not a... Given my suspicions, it should not have been an entirely unexpected outcome. Also, we are still within the confines of the principal challenge. Should he have struck me down here, I merely would have lost the game.
I guess that's one way to think about it. She engages transference with Ibarra.
MT said that she thought maybe she believed that the reason she did whatever she did, chose to start over without a memory, that maybe she wished to come to the conclusion that there was no such thing as a true monster. No one who is beyond redemption. Yanto. What if it truly wasn't a coincidence that MT ended up in our care?
You mean like fate? Or...
No. What if it was
someone pulling strings?
Yes. Maybe even based on her will. What if I was the monster she wanted to try and forgive?
He gestures to Trinity's arm and goes, well, it's clearly not going the way I imagined she thought it would. And now we've got her gone. Excalibur, well, AWOL, and presumably still tremendously pissed off.
That is likely.
And right when I thought everything was going okay. All right. Do you know which way she went?
Into the woods. Yanto, I wish to ask something of you. And
sure.
Anna too, though I do not think she will object. If MT desires it, allow me to fight her one-on-one.
Nobody's killing anyone.
In the confines of this game, there is no better way or chance to resolve those feelings if that is what must be done.
No. No, you're not going to use this place as a fucking excuse to slog your emotions out.
Yeah, as a pacifist, I have to say violence never ever solves anything.
And you know me, I am not a pacifist. I love a Barney, but if the reason why you told her this is because she thinks that she genuinely believes that people are willing to move forward and change the way they were and atone for the things they did, what point does beating the shit out of each other prove? No, I'm not going to let you two fight. Because that'll just prove both of you wrong. You've got to be willing to move on. If either of you tries anything, you're going through me. Or, more accurately, I will probably go through you, but you understand what I'm saying here.
And you will have no idea where I am to possibly block you. By the way, I'm a goalie, like professionally.
This is also tremendously well put.
It would appear nothing tonight is going to my expectations.
Well, I mean, do you guys want to go after her, or do we want to see if she'll cool down and come back?
I think if we go after her now, or at least if I do, a fight is certain. Perhaps you have a better chance of talking her through things.
Yeah, he'll just turn to Anna and go, "Are you all right to stay here with Kiri?"
Yeah, go help your friend.
Thanks.
Are you sure you do not want to go together? I will be all right by myself.
Yeah, they just turns around and looks at her with this "oh no you fucking don't" expression on his face. You're not going to be a bloody martyr.
I'm not used to you being this assertive.
It took a while. I normally need some momentum first.
It's kind of hard.
And I just kind of freezes my own.
Ha! Wind right out of your sails.
God damn it. Look, just appreciate that I don't want to lose one or two of my friends tonight. I would much rather slap the snot out of both of you if it kept you both safe.
I do feel the need to remind you that falling here just kicks us out of the game.
I understand that. You know what I mean? It's the principle of the thing. If I let you two settle this with violence, then it proves that neither of you were able to move on from where you were before. Look, I'm going to get in that rhino, I'm going to go and find MT, and then I don't know. Mm-hmm. There will probably be a talking stick or something. I don't know how these things generally shake out.
I find myself in the strange position of agreeing with you intellectually and admitting you have a point, but yet feeling differently.
Well, please give me the honor of allowing myself to be proven wrong before you decide to take your own course of action on this.
Hey, Yanto.
Yo.
Is there like a risk that she will like disappear to go martyr herself? Is that a thing?
Should I try and roll a connive?
This is a really important question.
I ask you because it is not going to work. It is 3 dice. None of her relationships are going to help her here because she doesn't have a single one that would approve of this. I suspect even Loki would disapprove of this.
Yeah, Loki would disapprove of this because you don't martyr yourself without an escape plan.
No suicide mission is complete without a way out.
Yeah.
This is common knowledge.
That's the Loki way of martyring yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Also ensure that you have an escape route.
Look, you're not wrong.
With martyrdom, martyrdom works as long as your enemies think you've died. That's pretty much it.
Do you not consider knowing that I will not die in this game an escape route?
Well, no. See, in that case, if you die in here, you also do not win.
Oh, just imagine we just turn away.
That's true, and there's no way Loki would give up and try an attempt to win on purpose.
Yeah.
I just imagine we both turn away and Trinity just picks up a big rock and drops it on her own head. Just hey.
No, there's that awkward moment of how do we lie about this? And then Anna just switches
9 high for the record. 9
nice.
high.
Very nice. Anna just kind of switches something on the arm quiver that's on Ivara. Okay, well, I have a bunch of sleep arrows prepped.
That is...
Yeah. Jan just gives her a thumbs up, runs over and hops into Rhino.
You are putting... She turns directly to Anna. You are putting a kink directly in my plans. I did not expect...
Hey, no kink shaming.
No, neither of the others currently has a non-lethal way to stop me. Well, I suppose a Rhino Stomp could suspend me in the air, but that does also hurt.
Let's be honest here. I could just sit on you.
And I'm a really good shot.
I believe you. Kiri will... With a sigh, Kiri steps out of Trinity, as it is clear that she is not going to get much done inside her at the moment.
Also, Anna withdraws from like one of the one of the pockets in the sweet like flowing coat like sandana that Ivara is wearing. Some energy restores. And she's just like, also, I got these for days. I can just keep you sleep until he comes back.
That will not be necessary.
Just like every couple of minutes, flap.
Actually,
I'll look. She stirred. Flap.
How much? I feel like I should call for Yanto to roll an outthink as well if he really wants to do well here.
Yeah, I will more than
to realize something.
Sure, I'll do brains plus outthink plus my relationship with Kiri, which is 9 dice.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, look at the 3 6s.
Yeah, Kiri stepped out of Trinity. Remember, she can invisible when she's out of Trinity.
Yanzo just kind of pauses for a second, cocks his head, looks over at Anna and goes, actually, you may just want to give her one now.
What?
Oh, okay. Thwap.
I'll attempt to defend. I don't think it's gonna cut it, but I'll try.
Roll for Ivara.
Well, 2 1s. So if you got a set above 2 1s, you got
3 8s.
Yeah, Kiri is solidly asleep.
She just kind of like hit with an arrow of energy that just kind of doesn't stab her or anything. It's just pure void energy that
just a chloroform arrow
that just kind of like bursts into an almost glittery like substance that fades away, and she just collapses asleep.
Yeah, they're just gonna see her go over. Kind of goes, "You did not even ask for an explanation. You literally just shot her down."
Dude, I have played this trick on my friends so many times.
Nevertheless, that was hot.
Oh man, thanks.
There is a reason why I asked you to do that, though. I didn't just want you to randomly tranquilize Kiri.
Yeah.
She can turn invisible.
Oh man.
That's like her thing. So I'm very glad I caught that because I was genuinely about to just walk away and realized, yeah. She doesn't really have like a way of porting out of things. So if you maybe just tie her legs together, I'm gonna feel like she's gonna be so pissed at me after this. But basically, if you just tie her legs together, she should be fine for the rest of the night. Literally, just.
Told me to like hog tie her.
Yanto kind of face glazes over there for a second and goes, "She might be into that. Best not." Look, I'm just gonna go and find MT, and hopefully we can get this all straightened out somewhat soon. Obviously, if things get bad, I'll call back to you guys or something.
Sounds good, although there's a problem.
Yeah?
You don't have any communication ability here from a distance.
Yanto just kind of from Rhino pulls the Magnus off of his hip and goes, "Look, I'll just fire this into the air."
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, like if I have any reason to pull the trigger on this, it's probably because things have gone wrong.
That's fair.
Or if I need to open a beer at short notice.
I'm
joking. I've never done it with this gun.
Ivara walks over to Kirei, and is blocked by Trinity. Whoa, girl, hey, and Trinity just kind of like puts a hand up as if to as if she's fully intending to block any effort to get to Kirei.
Oh damn. Trin, look, we're not gonna hurt Kirei. We just want to make sure that she won't run off and do something pointlessly noble. Maybe both of you guys can keep an eye on her. Just make sure she's safe.
Go ahead and roll charm. +1 because you're on the beach.
Because I'm what?
You're on the beach.
Is that just a mechanic that's +1 to charm on the?
It is actually in this area.
Fantastic! I love it.
I picked the perfect place and time to do this scene. Excellent.
Pair of tens.
Okay.
Trinity is well aware that Kirei may be a danger to herself at times.
You convince Trinity that yes, Kirei can be very impulsive and can do very dumb things. So she will enact a plan of her own.
I'm concerned, but also amused. Go on.
So
is Trinity going to try tie Kirei up?
Well, no. See, she's going to place. She's going to pick up Kirei and put her against put her under the shelter, and then she goes. She holds up a hand as if asking you guys to wait. Walks into the woods and comes out holding a small kavat.
It is folds his arms and cocks his head like, okay, I'm interested to see where this is going.
It is a little Kavat kitten that has one damaged ear. Like a long since damaged ear, and seems especially tiny for being a kitten. It looks like the runt of litter. And it is very happy to be held. And then Trinity is just going to sit next to Kirei. And is going to, like, pet this Kavat. The Kavat is pretty okay with this.
That is absolutely diabolical. I love it. Okay, Trin, you're a genius.
This was a thing she was going to do anyway.
which would incapacitate Kirei for a good day, at least, before she could do anything.
Trinity, you've been spending too much time with Loki.
This is a very sleepy Kavat kitten, in fact. So it is curled up. It is curled up partly on Trinity's lap and partly on Kirei's lap. That is her plan.
Okay. Before my heart explodes at looking at that for any longer, I'm going to run off in there and see if I can find MT. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, good luck. Trinity and I will keep Kirei from doing anything that would be, bad.
Okay. And don't name the kitten before I get back, because I've got some ideas. And then he just runs off into the forest.
Okay. So, MT.
Hi.
You were running off towards the door in the north?
That's right.
When a Warframe just kind of comes charging through the woods towards their hovels, the Kavat colony is going to scatter. Several litters of Kavat kittens that are too small to really scatter are guarded by their mamas, who stands growling at you or snarling at you as you are there in the colony, having spooked all the rest away. And yeah, in one of the burrows, you see the door.
She's not even stopping to think about it.
Okay. Yeah, you burst through the door. And you burst into a pitch black space. The sound of echoing water under your feet, as if you are racing through some kind of void in which maybe a centimeter or so of a water layer covers the ground beneath your feet. The door closes behind you and there is nothing.
She's just gonna collapse.
Okay.
She's gonna collapse and give in to this awful panic and all of these awful emotions and anger and confusion and sadness.
Excalibur, for once, is not the knight at your side, as he himself had given into that too.
She's curled up in Excalibur, like knees to chest, just trying to breathe and trying to make sense of everything, but also not wanting to make sense of things. The only thing that she can think or say over and over is, "You're Rowan." It's a kind of despair that's very, I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Mm-hmm. And Excalibur is lost in the feeling of still lost in that pent up wrath.
Hmm.
Do you try at all to listen to some of that wrath and try and understand it?
I mean, I'm sure it just kind of ekes in no matter what.
It does, yes. And it's after a while it isn't as deafening or blinding.
Mm.
But it is still an eons old feeling, mixture of feelings. Loneliness, regret, rage, hatred, emptiness, longing, fear. That all just coalesce into this horrible rage.
MT puts Excalibur's hand against his chest about where a heart would be, like Excalibur's done to her so many times. Just because that empty feeling, that hole, that void, seems to hurt the most right there.
Mm-hmm. Finds himself in this frustration because he can't even get the emotional reprieve of crying.
And that kind of frustration and feeling just makes them curl up even more in a tighter little ball in this big empty black pit.
Yeah. As the two of you are both effectively curled up. Excalibur had dropped to a knee, but then after a while brought the other knee down and just laid there. You have no idea how long you've been here. After a while, Excalibur's rage just simmers into nothing. Not replaced by anything, just nothing. An abhorrent numbness. And still you have no idea how long you've been here.
That doesn't really seem to matter much at the moment.
Yonso,
Yeah.
you tracked MT through the woods. It was easy. She wasn't trying to hide herself. She was just running.
Yeah.
And it led you to the Kavat colony to the north, where you find in one of their hovels a door.
Oh no. Yeah, so I have one quick check around to make sure there's no sense of doubling back or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming seeing nothing. He'll open the door.
All right. You step through. Shortly after you step through, the door closes behind you, leaving you in a pitch black void. The sound and feeling of a thin layer of water is beneath your feet. Fills this impossible chamber with an echo. Although you cannot seem to figure out if there are really walls here with which to echo.
Yeah, so I'll take a couple of steps in, and then just kind of say at a kind of level tone, "MT."
Your voice reaches no one.
Anyone? Damn it, girl, where are you? Not now, not now. Yanto pops out of Rhino for a moment just to clear his head a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of runs his hand over where he assumes there is a floor, if this is not some kind of infinite space. He'll just experimentally kind of wrap a hand, see if he can kind of detect any kind of echo.
Yes. You can.
All right. He will hop back into Rhino, kind of square his feet a little bit, and then he's going to throw his head back and roar as loud as he can.
Okay. Yeah, you are you trying to basically map the area via figuring out how the echo is working?
Echolocation, like a bat.
Like a bat on a hill, I'll be gone when no, sorry. But I mean, part of that, I mean, that wasn't really what it was intended to do, but if you can get a rough idea.
Okay, what were you intending to do?
Oh, that is definitely kind of like what he was trying to do. It's just he's using it for something it wasn't initially intended to do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Also, it would help if MT hears it, then that'll also help. But yeah, otherwise, just if you can get a rough idea if echo comes from that direction later than left or right, then I know it's more of a tunnel.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and
or God's presence.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
I have sweet times 1 on this, so I'm assuming set a die as if it was awesome.
Yes. No. It was sweet times 1. Essentially, that gives you extra width.
Ah, fair enough.
It's the equivalent of gnarly for useful things.
And I'm gonna throw in that relationship with MT because makes sense. Yeah, no, pair of 10s.
Pair of 10s. Okay. You let out a roar, and determine as much that this is a very wide space, but it is effectively a rectangle, and eventually, and following how the sound is traveling, you're able to actually reach a wall. It is not too long after you do so that your fingers trace across a door. You can't really see it, but you can feel it. And there are 2 things that you feel. Firstly, and strongest, because you used your relationship with MT, you feel as if you'll find her. Secondly, and weaker, you feel as if you will awaken.
And I'm assuming this is kind of a hindbrain emotive feeling.
Hindbrain emotive, hind transference.
Ooh, okay, this is void stuff.
It is so you've engaged transference with Titania before. And you know what it feels like when Titania, when you're zipping around as Titania, and she has, and she kind of like passively wants to pull a prank on somebody.
Yes.
It's like that, but weaker. And it's a choice. What do you want this door to do? Where is it taking you? Is it taking you to the feeling of MT, or is it taking you to the feeling of awakening?
I'm gonna have to roll for this because what would I even roll for this? Oh fuck! My guts are still shot to pieces.
I don't think this is a roll. I think this is literally just your choice.
Oh, so the thing is, this is a choice between something Yanto knows he shouldn't do but wants to do, compared to something he knows he should do. Yep, coin flip. Oh dear. Shit. Okay, he's gonna go through the one with the awakening.
Okay. You push yourself. You push yourself. Like you push forward into the door, and also seemingly against yourself, almost like pushing deeper into where you sit in transference, as if you're pushing it into Rhino. And you emerge from the you emerge from the from this door, and you find yourself aboard your ship.
What?
An open door is still behind you. An open door that seems to lead into that blackness. But you are aboard your ship right now.
Okay, what the fuck?
Aaron,
That's...
Aaron and Colin look up from a game of cards and are like, "What?"
Well, you're not. You're in a specific place in your ship. You're in one of the unused bunks.
Yanto's gonna step closer to the bunk. Look it up.
It's a very Spartan room. Not it's a very Spartan room. It's doesn't seem to have been decorated with much excess. The what is there are medals and like the barest memorabilia of achievement. As you are standing in the quarters of Lieutenant Rishi Kabeya.
Yeah, Yanto will look maybe a little bit closer at some of the trophies, see if he can find something.
They are medals. They are initially it looks like there are those for the there that looks like Rishi Kabeya served initially as a naval officer on Uranus. Before transferring into Calamity Company. Serving under Xavier Dulance. And while he kept his material, like his medals and bits of memorabilia of achievements from his naval days, his accomplishments under Xavier Dulance are the ones for which he held the most pride. And you feel a heartbeat that is not your own.
Yeah, Yanto jolts at that. Takes a couple of steps back, like thinking he's stepping backwards out of his frame, realizes he isn't, and then like puts a hand up against the wall. Okay. Oh.
Rhino reaches down and picks up one of his medals.
Yanto won't resist. If Rhino wants to move, Rhino can move. He doesn't want to stop that.
And Rhino sort of looks at everything and is confounded. There's something overwhelming about it. But he also feels you there. And there's a sort of So, Yanto, you're currently engaged in transference, correct?
Yep.
Rhino sets down a medal, the medal that he was looking at. It was this one he was looking at was not a medal, as it was a gift from it was actually a gift from Captain Dulance. It was a rather ornate writing utensil that was engraved with Calamity Company's seal and everything. And it's clearly something that, however small of something it was incredibly valuable to Rishi. And he sets it down and he turns, and you feel yourself dumped from transference as you topple out of Rhino.
Yeah, Janzo kind of lands on his ass on the floor of the bunk room. He looks a bit shaken and a bit scared, but he's looking up at Rhino with a strange smile on his face. Just, hi.
Rhino looks like he is acknowledging you, and it clearly has a ton of ways that he wants to react to you here.
The way you would react when someone just shits out a fully grown teenager.
Well, no, he's been asleep, but that doesn't mean he hasn't been dreaming. And looks at you and then looks back at the portal that had led you into this room.
Oh, shit. And
he specifically, because you had kind of fallen over, he specifically picks you up. He specifically reaches down and takes your hand and pulls you up.
Oh, he doesn't just bodily pick me up and put me on my feet.
That actually would be funny if he does that.
Just, okay, well, I'm up now. Okay, hi.
And then he gives a motion of his head back into the portal.
Yeah, I imagine you've got 1,001 questions, but there's a friend who needs us.
He gives a curt nod to that in particular.
It's like
a curt nod to that in particular. There's a friend who needs us.
Do you mind if I go back in?
He'll reach out a hand.
Just before Yanto takes it, he'll Yanto's genuinely creasing up, tearing up a little bit. Because I've been waiting so long to see you. And yeah, he'll grab his hand.
It's like a very subtle motion, but he gives a very sort of subtle nod, almost as if, and you.
And yeah, he'll transfer.
And you step out. You step back into the portal.
Once more into the breach. The big dark goth.
And not a couple minutes later, Aaron being carried by Nidus and Colin race into the room to see what all that noise is about.
They just run in like, there was a massive void fluctuation here like 30 seconds ago. What the hell happened? The hull should have been breached. What happened?
I am going to make a request because
that?
that is a perfectly dramatic spot to cut it. I'm sorry if I kind of want to cut it short, but I do want to grab a shower before the night gets too dark.
That's a perfect way to end it, honestly. Is right here.
Just those two guys were just like, okay, someone's fucking with us now.
Yeah.
There's probably just a pause. They both look at each other and goes, oh, where's Titania?
Right. Yeah, that's where we're going to end it. An experience point to everybody. I know it was a shorter session, but
it was short, but it was filled with fighting, romance, crying, tears, panic, history. We got a new friend. We lost some friends.
This
Sorry.
There's a kitten. We have a kitten now, which is obviously the most important thing that happened in this session. I don't know.
The session was on the shorter side. I will admit this was one thing that this brought like several different plot threads to a head.
Yeah,
like a bunch of them.
I did not intend to cause that.
I think that might.
Okay, when I started that scene, my intention was to be about Kirei wrestling with her hatred of the Orokin, but then MT said some things that just resonated too much with that situation. I just said, fuck it. Look, we're doing it live.
When the plot is pushed forward by character interaction, that is nothing but a good thing.
Yeah,
I love this session. Thank you so much, guys.
I thought this was great. I was all about it. Yeah, experience point to everybody. This was awesome.
And then legitimately about halfway through her confession, is like, wait, shit, Excalibur's still, it doesn't sleep, does
Wait, shit, Excalibur.
I was going to ask if you wanted me to roll an invisibility defense to be like, go in, when you mentioned the sword getting stabbed of Kirei just disappearing and going intangible.
I like, on one hand, I was real tempted to play it out like, yeah, Kirei, what are you going to do? You're being attacked. But then I was just like, maybe narratively it would be like more cinematic if like we still took this from MT's perspective of her opening her eyes and seeing Excalibur being blocked by Trinity as he tried to attack Kirei.
How did you know to come back right now? That was amazing timing, Trinity.
She felt like shit was getting real.
I guess when that talk started, she could probably sense Kirei's distress, maybe?
Yeah, she felt like shit was getting real, and she was just like, oh, I need to take this kitten that I have been hanging out with, and perhaps a kitten will help. And then...
Well, it definitely won't hurt.
And then it turned out that there was more needed than just a kitten. And she had to get cut by Excalibur to keep Kirei from being cut.
Okay, that makes sense. So she had basically put it, I assume, somewhere on the edge of the jungle when she intervened and hadn't run all the way back to the cats.
Correct. Yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, she had put it near the edge of the tree line.
We are going to have it's not going to be a battle Kavat because it's an ancient Kavat probably, but we are still going to have a pet Kavat.
It's an ancient Kavat that is also the runt of his litter.
Yeah.
Look, morale is just gonna like triple.
We're good. We're gonna need it.
Oh my god, though. Like, so Kavat hunt infested, right?
Oh no.
I know this is
No.
pre of it.
This would most likely be pre-Tennessite.
I can still only picture this kitten is gonna have so much fun at chasing all of Nidus's little crawlies around.
God, it's gonna be too cute. The perfect kind of therapy for all of this emotional bullshit.
I did not anticipate this coming to a head this session, but I was like, "Fuck it, let's do this. If this is how it's gonna go, let's go."
Yeah.
But yeah, part of me thought, well, shit. If there's gonna be a big dramatic fight where we shout our emotions at each other, then might as well do it during the challenge, where at least if we hit each other too hard, we just get ejected from the challenge.
Damn it! I will not let you solve your problems with foam padded scanners.
Damn it! Ruining all of my dramatic fun with your good points and development and moving on from the past bullshit.
This is the beauty of my ability to roleplay is I very rarely make good points, but I make them with surgical precision.
And then also like having befriended and now starting to date someone with Ivara. You could just be like, "Hey, go to sleep."
I'm just gonna wake up and be like, "You shot me."
I'm backing out, guys. I really need a shower, but thank you.
Okay.
This is a very good session.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, guys. This is great.
Thanks, guys.